top budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks this format. Big dog, it is going towards the end of the month, so we already know I'm broke, you broke, let's be broke together. So today, me and chat are going to be talking about the top budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks inspired from the 2024 Mega Tins. And if you're looking for personal deck lists, I'll be sure to put them on my Patreon as a special thank you for helping me pay my editors. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Broke boys for life, let's go! Broke boys! Broke boys! I thought it was gonna spin more. We broke. Rich Chair wanna spin more? What's going on with ya, big dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that's your day. Phenomenal. But if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Me and my fellow brokies already know what today is for when this video will be coming out. It'll be a particular time where we talk about something to better you not only as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but to better you as a person, because that's what's most important in life. We don't need cash to win. Speak for yourself. For today's Update Monday, I actually want to say something that J. Cole has said about 10 years ago. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved? No, not that one! The song that I'm actually talking about is from Cole's 2014 Forest Hill Drive, and it goes, "No such thing as a life that's better than yours, love yours." And basically what I'm saying is that while other people's lives may look really, really good, there's no better life than your own. I know a lot of times we can have situations where we just don't want to be in. But that's the trials and tribulations that the man upstairs is given to us to make us stronger people. I promise you, the particular situation that you're going through will make you a better person. Don't look for someone else's life and try to emulate theirs. Love yours. Just like how all of my brokies, we gonna have to love these budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks or figure something else out. The criteria for this video is incredibly simple. Me and chat are gonna be talking about budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks because of the 2024 Mega Tins. And tomorrow I'll even give you guys a tier list, which is more expansive, giving you more powerful budget decks. We eating floor ramen tonight? Bro, why you gotta be on the floor? I'm so broke, I don't even know what ramen is. I had to order cards from Temu. Hey, yo, Temu Feedsmith go crazy. They're Smith's feeds. I promise you, they're real. I'm gonna start off with the deck that's on everyone's mind. Branded did lose Branded Fusion to 1, but what it gains is that a strategy that would never die, like whatsoever. And it also didn't lose the Gimmick Puppet Lock, so that's still really viable. Another thing about Branded is that some of the most expensive cards, and Albion the Sanctifier Dragon, as well as Guiding Quim, are now being released inside of the Mega Tins. This, alongside of the ban list, has made it incredibly easy for Yu-Gi-Oh players to get a hold of branded cards and making it one of the fan favorite powerful Yu-Gi-Oh decks. You play this, you need help in life? Branded players can do what my name says. Lick my wow. Wow. Now, I guess there's a hate for Branded. Branded is, in fact, one of the most skilled decks in Yu-Gi-Oh, hands down. So if you're clapping your opponent up, you're doing something right. I'm telling you that. This is the type of hate that Fluenda Reese and Runic players should get. And we're not going to mention no strategy because those are down bad. And while we might be broke, we not down bad. Ain't that right, brokies? Chat, there's no way we're not down bad, right? Just broke, not bad. We're not down bad. That's what I'm saying. Chat, help me out here. No! There's no way we're down bad! There's no way! I mean, I guess you could play Runic and Fluenda Reese. I'm not including it in this video, but I guess you could play those strategies if you're down bad. There's also Stun too. I can barely afford to pay attention at locals, bro. It's tough out here. I'm so broke, I'm over here playing Pokemon on the phone. Look, okay, what if I told you there was a deck that could destroy cards on your opponent's turn, like Runic, but also could stop your opponent from making big plays, like Stun, and also has the ability to summon monsters on your opponent's turn, like Fluenda Reese, and is budget, and people won't hate you for playing the deck? Oh, please tell me more? My boy, let me get you into Vanquish Soul. And I'm not coping. Vanquish Soul is going to be an incredibly cheap deck. I mean, even right now on TCG Player, you can get the ultra rare copies of Vanquish Soul for ridiculously cheap. But Callie, I suck at fighting games. Me too. still good. Basically, what Vanquish Soul is built on is summoning monsters into the appropriate columns to be able to gain your little guys' effects. But then you can tag out to your bigger guys to give you even better effects. Like how Heavy Borger can inflict 1500 damage or draw you more resources, Caesar Valius can make itself unaffected or destroy cards on the field. But the little guys have really good effects too. Mad Love and Razin both search you Vanquish Soul cards from your deck to your hand, but they also have properties to be able to destroy or return cards on the field to the hand. If you play them skillfully, you could be waxing your opponent's board all day. Can Vanquish Soul push through 2 hand traps? Shut up. To be fair, Vanquish Soul is pretty good at pushing through hand traps like Effect Veiler and Infinite Impermanence. It's because you have that ability to use your Vanquish Soul monsters to bounce the other ones to your hand. You can effectively use them to dodge targeting negation. So yes, if you play the deck incredibly well, you can find yourself rewarded for certain situations. As far as stopping your opponent, there's cards like Shifter. I'm not proud of what I said, but I'm trying to get you guys out of stun and Fluenderies, so gotta pick a poison. Well, Shifter is good this meta, can't lie. See, we cook it with Vanquish. And I think even when you do have dead cards or resources in your hand, they're always incredibly good to reveal for Vanquish Soul names. I think that this deck is really decent, with Bestials, Phantasmate, and Shifter being strong, as well as some other cards in its arsenal. Vanquish Soul can be really good and incredibly budget. Vanquish Soul is like the guy who brings his Capcom joysticks and a Cobra Kai headband. It's not that serious. Powder said, why you cooking me like that, bro? Reveal Ash and Shifter, branded player starts sweating. Bro, they don't know what to do. Now, let's just say that Vanquish Soul is Patterson's worst nightmare, right? He get too busy getting punched in the face with Razin or something like that. And you want a deck that has a proven track record. Well, while it may be a little bit more on the expensive side of budget, Fire King is now officially a budget Yu-Gi-Oh deck, with cards like Diabell and Wanted getting reprinted in the Mega Tins alongside of a Bonfire as a confirmed reprint. This deck is actually incredibly cheap. I mean, 3 structure decks and the other cards, you going ham. BS. Marcel, what's BS? You telling me I could play KFC for cheap? Hold on, Brokey. I ain't mean all that. You can actually play Fire King and even use the Snake Eyes cards on a pretty decent budget. Snake Eyes stuff, get that shit out of here. That's not true. Hey, look, Viru, let me sell Coke. Get that negative shit out of here. I love you, man. I like that you bring a different, let me code. I think with Yubel being almost cemented as the best deck in the format and Snake Eyes taking a step back, those cards could be incredibly reasonable, making Fire Kings an even better budget deck. And I almost forgot about Yoconyx. Yoconyx could be potentially coming out in Rage of the Abyss. And if it does, we will have Fire Kings at full power. I think Yoconyx does add a whole nother dimension to the deck, and with Snake Eyes, Ash, and Poplar being limited, it actually pushes that as more of an engine inside of Fire King, making the deck incredibly strong while also reducing the other fire decks by a lot as well. And even if the Snake Eye cards do stay a little bit more expensive than you want, Fire King Tri-Brigade is not a bad option. Fire King just may be the most expensive budget deck that we have here, but also has the most potential inside of this list. I think it's a strong pickup, and you should strongly consider playing this deck. It could be solid. Yu-Gi-Oh! So broke right now, they having a regional in Oakland? Damn. Bro, Viru son, we've already talked about that. What's up with you being, what's up with you? Let me cope. If they're 20 right now, there's no way that you're correct. Bro, Wanted is 20 right now. How does it get? No, we're not Kobe. Economics dictates that there's going to be more in circulation, so the prices are going to go down. No. You got to think, Echidna. It's 20 right now. The 10s aren't even out right now. This is just in preparation. Again, like I said before, the Wells are going to be opening the living daylights out of this set. So around $7 to $10-esque for the cards, probably what we can be looking at. It's still going to be a decently sized, expensive deck. But it's one of those decks where it's like expensive budget, right? Be a man, just pull the cards. He's cooking. A strategy that I think is incredibly good. Also got a reprint from the 2024 Mega Tins directly. It's Labyrinth. Labyrinth actually got 2 important reprints. The first is transaction rollback for the people that want to play that card. Being able to copy any of your powerful trap cards to essentially reset cards like Big Welcome and Welcome Labyrinth, allowing you to play a little bit deeper around cards like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is crazy. But then there's also Big Welcome Labyrinth itself getting reprinted, which is huge. This was the last expensive piece for Labyrinth players to be able to play the deck. You could play Horus, Lightsworn, and Tyr together in a 60-card pile. My brother, you're coping. Then there's also that new Equation Cannon card that can banish all of your opponent's cards, which is insane, and Labyrinth can play that really well. I think if you're going to go any type of runic route, this may be the best, because using your runic cards to be able to protect your back row and destroy your cards is something that Labyrinth players have been doing. And all you got to do is give up the battle phase that you probably won't be using because you don't have any monsters. Labyrinth has put itself in a really good spot. Definitely one of the more skilled Yu-Gi-Oh decks to play, despite some of the cards that may seem one-sided, but I think in the right player's hands, it's an incredibly solid budget Yu-Gi-Oh deck. And of course, like Chrono says, we love the mommy milkers. And lastly, while I think that these Mega Tins were utterly disappointing, I always try my best to take a situation that may be bad and flipping it to the best. And to be honest, Konami did do something that was really, really good for us. They reprinted the Memento Field Spell. My boy! My God, we needed that Memento Field Spell. I know it was 15 cents. Now it's about to be 16 cents for the Ultra. They really reprinted the Memento Field Spell and nothing else.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
In all seriousness, guys, I'm still holding on to hope that they fix that Memento situation, but a lovely surprise was Centurion. It getting reprinted inside of the 2024 Mega Tins make it a prime candidate to be a powerful budget Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now, like Fire King, it could be a little bit on the expensive side, but with cards like Bonfire, Chimera, Trudea, and of course Emblema all being inside of the Mega Tins, there is hope for this deck being a lot cheaper. I mean, as of making this video, Gamer's Choice right now has Centurion for $100. That is pre-sale, my friend, which means that when these cards are actually released, the deck core will be cheaper. Centurion is already thought of as a really good deck, even though it did lose Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Calamity, and is a really good thing if you're coming from Master Duel into the TCG because you pretty much know the entire deck. The thing that we're really hopeful about this strategy is that it has confirmed future support, and it's a strategy that can be mixed with other Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes. Take, for example, if you lucked up and you got the Horus cards out of the 10, you cooking. If you got the Whitewoods cards out of Infinite Forbidden, you also cooking. The Bestial monsters, holy crap, you're cooking. I genuinely think that Centurion is an excellent pick for a budget Yu-Gi-Oh deck to come out of the Mega Tins, but let me know down below in the comment section, what do you think? Is there a particular strategy that I missed that got support from the Mega Tins, or do you just want to talk about your favorite budget Yu-Gi-Oh deck? I can't wait to see what you have to say, and if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to check out these so I can catch you on the next one.